should be live, and hopefully my mic is good. Happy Easter, everybody. I know we were live on Twitch. I'm doing a couple live streams here, but good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's Easter. I kind of forgot about that, so the timing of this live stream might not be the best, but you know what? We're doing it anyway. We usually do Sundays, and the Ubiquiti World Conference was over. I got home on Wednesday, I believe it was, and then needed some time to recover because I was pretty tired. But Jason, good morning. How's it going? Ro, how's it going? Luke, I'm from Brisbane, Australia. Been following for a few months now and like to thank you for your contributions. Well, thank you for watching. There is a Ubiquiti World Conference coming to Australia as well. It's not under the Ubiquiti World Conference section. It's under Leader Systems or something like that. I saw somebody tweet it out the other day. So you might want to check that out if you're looking at going there. I think it would be pretty cool. But let me know if you guys hear me all right. I'm sure you can. I never really checked the mics beforehand, but I probably should. Hi, Cody. Happy Easter to you and your family and the cats. Here's an early question for you. How many sites have you equipped with Unifi, and how much equipment does this rep? Ooh. I've put a ton of sites. Whoops. What's going on with that? I've done a lot of sites, but there's... I don't know how many in total. Okay. Looks good and sounds good. Okay. For some reason, the chat was loading slow there. Like, just under my one account, I have 137 sites. There, and under those 137 sites, there's 1,265 devices right now. Zach, good morning. The IT guy, Kevin, Albert, how's it going? Ritesh, how's it going? Manofano, how's it going? Tim, good morning. Let's see. Yes, it is Easter. We're not doing anything. We had our family over the other night, so that was good. On Friday, they came over. My mom stayed over. I was up a little late. So we were doing karaoke in my living room with my mom, so it was pretty fun. Pyro, how's it going? Lee, how's it going? It looks good. Perfect. Black Jedi, how's it going? Good to see you. Private Reply, I see you on Twitch over there. How's it going? I will be playing games later, probably today. At some point. Greetings from Poland, waiting for the intercom review. So I'm still waiting on getting the intercom. We will talk about the intercom because I did see it at the World Conference. That's the first time I saw it physically. Uh-oh. I forgot about these here. I got to turn the one off. I got to turn the one off. Hold on a second. I don't need anybody doing that. Just give me a sec here. Commands. Where is it? Oh, did I turn it off, maybe? I might have turned it off. Maybe I did. Did I delete it? I hope I did. 2 seconds. This is a Twitch. Oh, it is still there. Nobody do the one that I'm talking about. You could see the lights changing. You know, I'm just going to turn those off for now. Where the background lights are going to go off. Just because I have some certain things for Twitch that I don't want to play when I'm on YouTube. Let's see. Morning, saw you in Chicago. We were both busy chatting with others. Great event. Yes. Robert was humble. It was, and admitted their mistakes. That was one of the best things with Robert's keynote. He was like, it seemed extremely down to earth. And yeah, he knew what they're like with Unifi OS 1.0. We all know that there was major issues, or who the early adopters of the UDMs. Like it could take hours for it to grab an IP. We had to do resets, all that type of stuff. And he knew, he said, you know, that's one of the biggest issues that they had, and they just keep pushing forward. And 3.0 looks pretty good now. Going to UCW in Singapore next month. It was actually really cool. I was happy with the event. Good morning. That dark mode looks great. Good afternoon from Denmark. Good afternoon. Unifi 4.0, hopefully soon. That would be awesome to see. I don't know when we'll see that, but apparently it's coming. We did we saw a lot of cool advanced features and software that we can't talk about, but it was, I'm really looking forward to that in 4.0. Do you think Unifi will take over the enterprise market in the future? That's a hard question, because there's a lot of enterprise players out there right now. Yeah, there's a ton of enterprise players out there. Will they take it over? I don't know if they take it over from like a Cisco in the enterprise side, but we could hopefully see them bring some gear into the enterprise. That's what I'll say. John, how's it going? Hello from Paris. Any news on firewall rules and IPv6 improvements? They didn't really specifically talk about that. They did talk about some other things that will be helping out the firewall, which you're going to want to look forward to. And we saw a bunch of new hardware. The one thing I could kind of say, because they didn't really exactly say what it was, but they're coming out with 11 new access points this year. So that's a lot of APs. I would doubt that they're all going to be Wi-Fi 7. I would think some will probably be Wi-Fi 6 devices. Tech guy, how's it going? Mike, good morning. Enterprise market is all about SLAs, and Unifi just isn't there yet. So they were talking about well, we'll go over the itinerary in a minute. Blink Toy says a new doorbell is coming out. I didn't hear anything about a new doorbell, unfortunately. Helldivers 2 is a great game. I haven't played that yet. I've seen people play it, though. Good morning. Let's see. Interesting. Hope we get an NAS. That would be cool, too. Something like Gigamon. I can't wait. Yep. Anything on PTZ? No. There's nothing, even anything that they did show, like hardware-wise, we're not allowed to talk about, unfortunately. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about because I signed NDAs with Ubiquiti, same with a lot of creators. So, but anybody who went to the Ubiquiti World Conference, they didn't have to sign an NDA to get in, but it was kind of a thing. One of the guys, I don't know if it was Robert or if it was somebody else, said, this stuff isn't like publicly available right now, so please don't post it on social media and all that type of stuff. So it was more of a good faith type thing. You could probably find a Reddit post that does share some of the knowledge about what was going on there, but I'm not going to actually say it. Let's see. Bring up the itinerary here. So this is the schedule. We'll look over that in a few minutes here. I'll say possibly to this one, John. Possibly, maybe. I'm looking for a UDM Pro with the smaller footprint. Need the 10G. Should I hold my breath with the smaller footprint? I probably would no. I couldn't see them doing a smaller footprint. I have seen the UNAS screen or the Ugreen NAS. They emailed me about 12 times. They emailed me about 12 times, and that's just not what my channel is about. I'm not going to do a NAS review and get paid for it. A lot of the segments that people did were paid for videos. And as you could tell, a lot of my videos aren't about NAS. So if I had if I incorporated more NAS stuff, maybe I would have at that point. But I don't know. They're more commercial like videos, and I guess I could test it. I think Tom from Lawrence Systems is going to buy one and do a video on it. Stuart, network service, good morning. I was going to do this later on the day, but now Jay and I aren't going to work, so that's why we're doing it now. It was on a Connect display, so they had a couple things on the Connect display, and we'll go through little bit of my video, and because I couldn't show a lot, but there was definitely some funny moments. This should be a nice yes. There's going to be well, you saw everything that was there. There's some really cool things, and I can't wait. But this was at the beginning, so there was check-in desk. Check-in was at 8:30 in the morning. So right at 8:30 in the morning, they opened the little rope gates, and everybody kind of ran. I mean, they didn't run, but there was a lot of us, probably 50 to 100 people who just went right up. So it was Robert's keynote, Wi-Fi 7, which was by Tom, UI Tom. He did a fantastic job. It was his first time public speaking. They did the Unifi stack, which kind of focused more on, I guess, their firewall side of things. Then the FedEx forum. We're going to talk about the FedEx forum a little bit more here. There was Unifi Physical Security, which was about access and protect. And then they did Unifi Professional Support. That one wasn't super interesting to me because I provide Ubiquiti support, but it was still good to see where they're going for, more enterprise solutions and stuff like that. I'd be so happy to have a NAS. I wish they would bring out a 4x1 so much fit perfect. Yep. Ugreen seems very pushy with so many emails. Yes. I forget where. Well, we were talking about it in this Discord we have. Tom said he got like 15 or 20 emails from him. Good evening from Sweden. Was the conference focused on something like enterprise stuff? It was kind of a mix of both. It was a little bit of a mix of both. So there was enterprise talk in there, and I'm talking about enterprise for network and enterprise for protect. So kind of think about what they could come out and protect on the enterprise side. And then they didn't mention Unifi talk at all, which was which was odd. I was hoping they would look at Unifi Talk. I was hoping there was going to be some new phones, but that was kind of on the back burner, and they didn't mention much about it, which is definitely a shame. But let's bring up my video here, and I could kind of explain. I was really, really hoping that I was going to be able to film some of the new stuff, new gear. But unfortunately, that's just not how the cookies crumbled. Was this it? I gotta turn the sound off. I'm just gonna kind of fast forward through some of this. That's that. That's okay. So, well, first day we get to the hotel room. That's my brother Jay sitting on. This is very early in the morning, mind you. Jay was feeling like having a beer. He hadn't been in the States for 31 years. He was like on a vacation. I said, all right, take a drink. We didn't really look at the prices of the drink at the time for the bar menu, but that beer was $10 US. And then he had like a Red Bull vodka. That was another $30. After that, I'm like, yeah, you probably should slow down there. And then, the entrance, it was like the hotel was beautiful, like very high end. This is a VIP lounge where I guess it would have been with like Robert Perrin and maybe some of the more senior distributors or something like that. So the funny thing is when we're walking up here, this is Riley Chase from Hostify. Jack from Miller Technical Solutions was right beside me as well. But we're walking by there. I'm filming, bunch of people behind me, and I go to the left. So they had two different screens set up. I went to the left to look at all this. I wasn't filming the Ubiquiti guy's face. And then everybody's laughing. They're like, wait till Cody gets to the next screen. Well, this is the next screen. It's the other one saying, please respect, sensitive information. Absolutely no recording and photography or photographs. Everybody started bursting out laughing. I was able to film a little bit, but on the table that they had the gear where it was filming, I would have had to blur out so much. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to add that into it. It would just make people, upset or trying to figure out what's under the blurring and stuff like that. So I just ended up leaving it out. But it was really cool to see the demos and stuff like that. I thought it was very interesting. Would you do a Synology photo video? Maybe. I don't even use Synology video or photos right now. Ali, how's it going? Yeah, I don't mind the form factor of a 1U 10 gig though. Like I don't know how much smaller you could get. I guess you could do something like the Unifi Cloud Gateway Ultra and put a 10 gig NIC in it, maybe. Good morning. I'm new to Unifi. Watching your content, have been to deploy Unifi and help. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos and able to get Unifi started. Joe, good morning. How's it going? Maybe. I'll say maybe about this one. If they already kind of have leaked photos about it anyway, in one of their videos. So it's kind of, people already know about it. I was hoping, so they're supposed to be coming out with a new line of phones. It was supposed to be in what is this, Q1, Q2? I forget. Anyway, it was supposed to be out yet. No soft phone. I did see a soft phone. So it's not out yet though. A headset would be great. Yes, absolutely. Do you think they would ever bring a whole network map software? I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, so what I gave mine away though. They did give everybody a U7 Pro. So whoever went to the event got a U7 Pro. So I got one and my brother got one. We only brought carry-on, so there wasn't really much room to fit it in unless we opened the box. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. So I just gave them to Stuart Network Services, who is in chat. Because what I was going to do, I was going to bring them home and then give them away. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I only got two because it was my brother's. The other one was my brother's. That's the only reason. They never talked about the U7 in-wall, but them coming out with 11 new APs, I would assume that the U7 in-wall would be in the works. I'm not sure about the power distribution going to Europe. I am sweaty. I would hope it would be. We'll see. Any turret shape? There was no turret shape. They just came out with their turret, but they don't have any motors in them. I did buy one, but my mom and my stepdad were over this weekend, and one of their G4 domes it's acting up, so I just handed this to them. I'll buy another one when it comes back in stock. But this is what they got. I gave them that. Then we'll see what the I'm probably not going to do a video on it. I don't think. Camera videos are hard. DPC technology does a pretty good just go back to the main page because it's dark mode. DPC technologies, they do a pretty good job on camera videos, so I'll probably leave it to them unless something really cool comes out. Did everyone who attended get a U7 Pro? Yes, everybody. Everybody, yep. Thanks for your help on the last live stream. No problem. Unifi should let you back up object storage. Are you talking about for Protect? I would hope so. I didn't see it in action, no, Joe. It was a very busy day. Well, it's just very busy. So everywhere I walked, I got like if I had to go get a water or something, I get stopped like every 5 feet, which was great to talk to people, and I loved it. But I didn't get to see it. So there was only one person who I knew who had the soft phone, and they just showed me it quickly, and that was it. Then we went back to doing other things. Enterprise gear for home use. You'll have no there'll be no reason for you to use enterprise gear. I can play if you get the game. I may get the game. I'm not 100% sure. I'm playing some other game today. I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like Little Nightmares 2. Will they announce a camera with a flashlight or IR? So they already have one. I mean, the G5 Pro extender. It's not a flashlight, but it's a floodlight. Where is it? So that attaches to the G5 Pro, and then it's what is it, 600 lumen? That goes onto it. Let's get out of that. There we go. Peter, how's it going? Maybe on cloud gateways, and that's all I could say about that. Hey bro, how's it going? My support from Brazil. Tell me the best choice to a large resident UDM. I would go with the Cloud Gateway Ultra. Alonso, good morning. How's it going? There was no word on a conference in Canada. I hope they do it, though, because I would definitely go. I would hope it would be in Toronto, but I could see them doing it in BC as well. I have I got a 3x3. So my internet that I have two internet connections. One's a gig by 40. That's a copper cable connection. And the other one is a 3 gig by 3 gig fiber. When would they announce the enterprise gear? So we don't know anything about announcement dates. I know something is supposed to come out in the next few weeks. I don't know if it's enterprise level though stuff. Possibly. Well, here let me just show you this screen, and you guys could think about it. Because they already leaked the little PTZ. Anyway, this was going back a while ago. They did it in one of their own videos. Where the heck was it? Where was it? Gosh, I post a lot. I didn't think it was this far down. No, I missed it. That was Hawaii. It was just in their little ultra video where I think it was the Swiss Army knife video. They showed the turret camera. Oh, here it is right here. There we go. All right. So you got the turret. You have this little axis thingy. You have the access point. You have what could be a PTZ camera. And then you have the dome. So. Yes, and smash the like button. We got 140 people here and only 20 likes. Good morning. I wish Ubiquiti would make Keystone jacks. The blue jacks I have are already slightly off color with the Ubiquiti patch cables. Yeah, it would be really cool if they came out with some silver jacks to match the same color of their patch panels and stuff. Since Wi-Fi 6 requires WPA3, would you create a separate network that doesn't support? Most likely, I think they have a trend. I don't know if this is an early access or not. I'm pretty sure there's a WPA3, WPA2 that will transition. So you could create one network and it's going to work fine. The cost of the 3 gig by 3 gig is like $90 a month. Nintendo Switch. I do have a Nintendo Switch, actually. Q3 of 2024. There you go. See, Michael knows more than I do. I'm sure this was all listed somewhere, but somebody did do write-ups and stuff. I don't want to get in trouble. That would be a nice form factor. Do you think a 24 port, 24 PoE can handle 3 APs? That I'm not sure of. What you're going to have to do, you'll have to go to techspecs.ui.com. Or you could just go to their website. But what you need to see the wattage of each thing that you're going to buy. So if you get a G5 camera, this is going to show you the PoE output. So it's 4 watts. Add it up and just make sure you're not going over that wattage. Is Cat 6 enough for everything, or does Ugreen Cat 7 cables give better latency? Well, Cat 7, you're gonna be doing. What's Cat 7 rated at? 40 gig, 10 gig, 40 gig? I don't even remember. But yeah, it all depends what your needs are. Like in this house, I only have Cat 5e, and I still get 10 gig at short distance. I hope the enterprise gear will not require a controller. Need to be able to configure each device locally. Have a controller and has Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to be doing it. Do you think Alta Labs S8 PoE is a good switch? I did a video on it. I think it's a switch. It works. I don't know if they've introduced spanning tree protocol to it yet. I know they didn't have spanning tree at the beginning, so that's something to consider. I use the 1621 plus. Wait, XS plus X. I think this is the one I use. Download center. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. I wonder how much this is actually. I was trying to give you a link to the web page, but I use the Synology DS. Oh, I'll just show you. Let's bring the page over. I use the DS1621 XS Plus. Oh, you can't even copy it. What the heck? I wanted to get a picture. Deploy Depot. Let's just go to their website because I've never signed in. Holy crap, that's expensive. This is Canadian, I think. This is the one I use. $2,400, diskless too, I bet. I don't remember paying that much for it. But I guess I did. I don't know. Interesting. But that's the one I currently use. And it works great. Would you recommend upgrading the UDM Pro to the UDM SE? I would just wait. Yeah, I would wait. I do not have a Ugreen NAS, and I am not going to get one. I have no need for it. And there's been enough people who've reviewed it. Yeah. I mean, it would have been really nice getting some sponsorship money. But then again, I don't really care. If you isolate a guest network on VLAN, is that enough to keep guests off your private network? It should write firewall rules for you, yeah. Let's just see. So let me go back to Twitter. I posted something on Twitter. So one of the things, if you look at this screenshot on the itinerary, where'd it go? So one of the things was the FedEx forum. So this was Unifi at scale. Daryl, he is the person who's the head of that. He does, Wi-Fi stuff and did a great speech on it. And I'm trying to get him on to YouTube to do a video on it and to see, to see what if you guys want to see that, like how you could use Unifi at a scale of a stadium. So if you don't know, FedEx Forum, that's Memphis Grizzlies. Robert Parra owns them. So I put it out here. I'll probably put it onto, actually, I will put it in the community. Where's the tweet? So this is what I put on Twitter. Actually, I'll put Daryl's information. It's Daryl DeRosia. This is the person that I would have on to talk about it. So I said, hey, all, as you may know, Robert Parra owns the Memphis Grizzlies. I may be getting Daryl on a video. And it says, but what would you like to see? What questions do you have if, make it possible? So I'll post that in the community, or you could post your questions under the tweet. I think it was a super interesting talk. So it'd be nice to be able to just kind of replicate what he talked about at the Ubiquiti World Conference and get it onto YouTube form. But then add some other things, because they showed how Unifi could scale, because when clients come in or the guests come in, that stadium holds 18,000 people. You need to have the infrastructure in there to be able to support 18,000 people if they're going to be connecting. Now they don't have 18,000 people connect. I think their peak was about 5,500, if I'm not wrong. And another thing, I'm going to try to go down there eventually and do like an on-site thing, but we have to wait and see if that's even possible. My SSD about to be absolutely needs to be replaced. I would probably wait. Thank you. Also, I am work installing a system for a restaurant. Oh, okay. You're talking to somebody else. Actually, here, let me put Daryl's. I'm gonna put his Twitter down there as well. So that's if you want to follow him. It was a great live, or not live stream. It was a awesome speech. And here's Chantel. Everybody say good morning, Chantel. Good morning, everyone. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. There are 45 likes and 142 people watching. And this is probably the time that I'm gonna have to tell you about our other channel, the Tech and Tales channel. This is a channel that is not really tech related. There might eventually be some tech in there. Me showing Chantel how to do things, maybe. We just posted another Jamaica video. Was it Jamaica? Yeah, another Jamaica video. We're getting close to that 500 sub mark. That's what you need to start your journey and getting monetized. We still need a ton of watch hours, but if you're interested in following that, and most of you probably are, or some of you already do, this is the channel right there. Could that be the largest deployment of Ubiquiti? I don't know. It's pretty huge. So at the FedEx Forum, what they have a bunch of those Wi-Fi base station XGs right on their, I forget what they call it. It's like their TV thingy. They have a bunch of those, and then they have like 300 other access points throughout the whole stadium, which is really cool. I think it would make for a great video on YouTube, and I think it would be interesting for some people to see it actually at that scale. We're probably on Tech and Tales. Well, what I want to do. We originally, the first video on this was like us going to a zoo or something like that. I forget what it was, like a petting zoo. But there's other zoos that I want to go to. There's this one like that used to be near my old house, called the Elmville Zoo. So I'd like to do a video on that. And then there's this other farm that it's like a farm/petting zoo. We'll end up getting on there. Maybe Niagara Falls this summer, possibly. We are going back to Florida twice, apparently. One in June, one in August. Kastan, how's it going? From Romania. Oh, okay, so let's talk about the intercom system. So this doesn't look as big on screen. This intercom is massive. Like, I'm talking, it's huge. So they are supposed to be sending me one to do an on-site video at one of my clients. So should be getting an intercom and then 3 intercom viewers. So this intercom it's huge, but the intercom viewer is tiny. Like, it's so small. So like if you're planning on deploying that, I will show you a scale when I get them. Like, I'll put, I don't know, a playing card or something beside the intercom viewer just so that you could grasp how big it actually is. Why tails? Because we have cats. So our cats are a big part of our channel. Chantel has a video of taking them to the car wash or something, like, oops, I don't want to open that. Bringing them to the car wash or something like that. So, yeah, that's why the tails. You can see them right there, are 2 cats. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. The super sticker, that's great. Can't thank you enough for your videos. Thank you very much. Let's, whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to click on the heart. There we go. Happy Easter, Sean. How's it going? Good morning. I would like to see the stadium's cloud key and see how much is moving out of clients and connections. So they did show some slides off about capacity and stuff like that and what was going through. I believe they had a couple 10 gig connections coming into the stadium. I think it was like 3 or something like that. So that would all be answered within. But there's just, I just put it out on Twitter just in case there's some specifics. Like I would like to do I would like to show like I'm assuming this is not residential. No. I would like to do, put it into Unified Design Center, which they already have, or Interspace or whatever, and check how the heat radiation patterns vary from Interspace to like an actual program like Ekahau or NetAlly AirCheck G3 or something like that to see the differences. I think that would be pretty interesting. Other than that, yeah, I saw these in person. What else did I see? Nothing we could talk about. There hasn't been a whole lot new that's come out this week while I was gone. There were a few updates we could probably talk about. Few updates. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't bring me into EA. It could. Okay. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm under general. So there's a Unified Connect application 3.8.8. Hi, Mocha. Come here. 3.8.8. So this Unified Connect application adds support for YouTube mode on the DisplayCast. I do have a DisplayCast back. Oh, that's the DisplayCast. Ah. Okay. So I'm going to have to. I need to play around with the Connect stuff more. I have two DisplayCasts here. I don't use them. Obviously, it's my house. But then I have that screen back there. And one kitty. So that's cool. Then the Unifi Enterprise Agent. This was actually kind of funny how the origin story of UID Enterprise. So Robert Perro had an issue. He was trying to get into the company network through a VPN and the pre-shared key wasn't working. And so the reason UID started, he's like, I need an easy way to connect to my network without having pre-shared keys and stuff like that. And that's what grew UID Enterprise. Was just because he needed something that was easier and didn't require super long passwords to get in. I'll leave this one to Michael. I'm not going to say this one out loud, but read there. Yep. That would be awesome. Yes. Yes. The scale, like you said, would be very interesting. Yeah. I think it would be really cool just to see like what you could do. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. I have no idea. Are you talking about the edge router stuff? That's old. That's pretty old news. I was going to say banana for scale because that's just what the internet always says. But do you have a video implementing Pi-hole on DNS? I do not. No. Hello from China. Any update on Adjust Chime or welcome? So there's no welcome. The only welcome image on the G4 doorbell is that little dog. For the chime, you could typically, like before, it was only one ring. So you press the doorbell, it just chimes once. Well, now they let you scale up to 6 times. So if you want it to go off 6 times when somebody clicks it, then you can. The cats didn't get an Easter basket, and they probably should have, right, Moke? Ah, she's exhausted. Hello from Singapore. Yes, the intercom is huge. Not sure if it will support facial recognition. That would actually be a good call. I don't know if it does either. It would be nice if it did, though. Can you tell me how many products you got to see that are unreleased? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there was 7 products that we got shown, but then they say that there's 11 new APs coming. So 7, so you're looking at like 18 new products. Yeah, so the edge router stuff, I mean, that is just that. I don't even know why that article made it so big. It has really nothing to do about Ubiquiti. It was people leaving old firmware on and default passwords, which at that point, that's on them. That's not on Ubiquiti. I think Willie might have done a video on it. I'm not too sure. I believe Willie did a video on it quite a while ago. But that's cool. Unify identity, so optimize. I haven't done a lot with Identity Enterprise lately because now with the free version of it, we really are just pushing. It's smaller customers. We don't need multi-site access. Yeah. Wave point-to-point, security bulletin. What else? Enterprise agent. U7 Improved device temperature management. Okay, so that's probably good. Like, there's not a whole lot that came out. Unified Gateway 3. Oh, what is this for? Unified Gateways 3.2.15. What was this for again? Add support for DNS Shield. So this must have been for the I don't even know what this is for. Express, maybe? Improved DNS Shield, renames, IPsec, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is all old. We've already had that for a while. This was a pretty big update, though, the Protect stuff. Oh, yeah. I have to do videos on Echo. I signed something saying I'm going to do, at minimum, I think it was 3 or 4 videos. So there was going to be an Echo video this week. The thing with the Echo video this week, all it's going to be is showing up the Sidekick 2, and then us logging into their, it's down here, actually. What the heck's it called? AI Pro or something like that. Ekahau AI Pro. AI Pro is similar to Unified Design Center because we're doing that build out of the floor for the shared workspace. I'm going to show you that, the AI Pro. We're going to do the AI placement for the access points. We're going to replicate that on the shared workspace, actually place the APs where it says, and then we're going to do a heat map. That's not the heat map and stuff. That's not going to be in this video. It's just going to be designing it. And then the next video will be on site. There was no talk about the talk products, which I was kind of shocked. I was hoping there was. There's actually a really good video. I was supposed to be on this podcast, but I was drained. So I didn't end up going on it. I really should have, because I still watched it. Where the heck was it? Trying to find there. So it's from the Wireless Nerd. And Lawrence Systems was on there, as well as Tab Geeks. Trying to find the live video here. So they did a roundtable discussion. We were kind of in a chat back and forth together, and they said next week. So, you know, this week, right now, coming up. I would have done it then, but then it was on Thursday night. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I'm far too tired. But they did a great. It was a great live stream. So I'll post that down in the chat. They were just talking about the Ubiquiti World Conference as well. Good morning, Randy. How's it going? Do you have any videos about running Ethernet cables through the walls? I want to replace my blue iris. I do not. I don't have anything like that fine grain that showing you how to run it. It's very hard to do. Yeah. There was no news. They didn't even speak of the Dream Walls, which that's interesting as well. I was really hoping that the Dream Walls would, or a Dream Wall Pro would come out. I think that would be cool to see. But ask your questions. We've only been going, how long have we been on? 38 minutes. I'm going to stay on here. We'll stay on here probably for an hour, and then I'm going to go play some video games on Twitch. If you want to watch on Twitch, I am actually live on Twitch right now. I probably will only play games for an hour. I don't stream on Twitch that often. It's once in a while, but this is the Twitch channel. Let's see. Someone asked Unifi to make better documentation on their products. I don't think their documentation's too bad on their products. So what else would you need, really? Jeff, how's it going? Would you recommend Unifi Access for residential install? Probably not. I wouldn't myself put Unifi Access in my residence. I think if you're going with Electric Strike or a Maglock, they both look pretty industrial. So I wouldn't have it there. You wish it had speed tests, yes. Do you think Unifi will release the new turret and dome in 4K versions? Probably not. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. They didn't talk about... I mean, there was... Andre did a talk about physical security, but they didn't really talk about new products for the Protect line. They did talk about a couple cool things that... Well, the one is coming for sure to Protect, that we know about it, because they showed it off. Then Robert mentioned this other thing, and if it actually comes out to Unifi, it's going to be huge. People are going to freak out about it. It'll make a lot of people happy, and I'm hoping that they release it shortly. Most people are tagging me in the Ubiquiti forum here. Somebody was anyway. I don't know. Oh, there we go. You haven't played HT2 yet. We need to introduce you. Oh, Sneak. Oh, okay. You're watching. I haven't played Helldivers 2 yet. No. Nope. I've watched a lot of people play it, but I don't play that many games. That's the thing. I haven't for a while anyway. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Where's my other screen? Where's the chat on? There we go. I'm interested in Unifi for home, but seems to be no end of life, no EL on their products. What do you tell customers reinvest after X amount of time? Well, they leave their hardware out there for a long time and they keep upgrading it. Like I don't know about end of life. Like we usually when you're looking at network gear, you're looking at replacing it every 5 years. That's just the typical standard anyway. Ubiquiti usually keeps their devices out far longer than 5 years. Better than ether lighting? I love ether lighting. I think it's the coolest thing. The breathing on the ether lighting got kind of annoying, but they allowed us to shut that feature off now. I heard there was a new UDM Pro. Any word if it's legit? I may or well, you'll see. You'll eventually see if it's real or not. There's a lot of good camera systems out there. Unifi is kind of behind on the camera game. I love Unifi cameras. I think they're great. I think it's easy for customers. Yeah, maybe there's better cameras out there. I don't know. This is all we install for customers, and they love it. They really like the ease of use. The interface is great. Even compared to Synology's surveillance station, I don't like their interface. It's hard to find things. Yeah, you could do smart person vehicle detection. I just find it a lot easier with Ubiquiti. Maybe there is something better out there, but just not for me. That I don't know about. The Dream Machine base is kind of in a weird spot. Actually, they don't even show it here. Oh, it's available. I would assume they're probably going to phase it out eventually and bump this out. Because it's $400 where you could get a UDR at 266. Oops, I forgot to bring my... There we go. So I would think it might be phased out eventually. I don't know about end of life terms though, when it will come out. I still have a G3 Pro and it's working fine. Yes, ease of use is very important, especially for people who don't know what they're doing. Yes, surveillance station can get expensive, so then you're talking about license fees and stuff like that. If you buy the Synology cameras, yeah, they have a license attached to them, so you don't need to buy that extra license, which is nice. I really want to try out one of the AI Pros. I want to get one for my house and test out the facial recognition with it. Other than that, oh, I saw in the dome. This thing is so tiny. Some of you may already have your hands on it, but this was shown off at the Ubiquiti World Conference, and it's freaking small. It's awesome how tiny it is, but it's indoor only, which kind of sucks. I was hoping that they would do an indoor-outdoor model for the dome, but I guess that's why you buy the turret. You have the turret for outdoor use cases. I don't think I have a ton left to talk about on there. But yeah, so ask a few more questions. I'll stay on here for maybe another 5-10, and then we're going to switch over to game a little bit. Probably like an hour or so. Let me post. I'm going to post this question that I had on Twitter under my community. Oh, so my brother came with me to the Ubiquiti World Conference. I wish Twitter wouldn't show some. Can I hide this? Yeah, there we go. And if you guys are sports fans, I'm not. I don't know anything about sports, but this apparently was a pretty big. He was a goaltender for somebody back in the day. What's his name? Kelly Hurdy. I was sitting beside Tom Lawrence Systems. We were having a drink at the bar and just chatting. All of a sudden, my brother jumps up and starts screaming this guy's name. I'm like, what is going on? Myself and Tom were both in shock. Like, what is this guy doing? And anyway, he ran up to this person and fist bumped him. And then at the end of the night, Kelly came back up to Jay and started talking to him and said goodbye. And that's where we got the picture. So that made his trip to Chicago, because he's not really into, he likes the Ubiquiti gear, but he doesn't really know the back end of it. He'll help pull cables and do access control and stuff like that. But he's more into sports and things of that nature. Where was I? Dome flush mount killer is is killer too. Oh, I saw a bit of your video on it. I keep directing people just to your video because I don't want to make a video on it. It's hard to do comparison videos at my house compared to when you have an office or something like that. It makes it a lot easier. Like for me to put my turret at the front door of my house, yeah, people are gonna watch it, but your videos are much better on that. Cloud Gateway is Ultra, but the backplane 1 gig. Yes. Any clue on if? I'm not too sure about that. Love using Protect. Just wish they had a release of a 4K sensor. The pros are pretty big, aren't they? Keyword wait. Yes, wait. Could you consider making videos specifically on dealing with and securing IoT to Unifi? I follow your setup guide, and now I notice HomeKit devices in IoT to connect to my home. I'm planning on doing a 2024 update, but yeah, I'll probably do an update video soon here. Tim, you as well. Will there be a new UXG? I don't know. I don't know about that. They didn't even mention that. They keep getting blocked from each other. Yeah, so maybe I'll do a new video about that shortly. Do you think the Dome Ultra is worth it over the Dome base? Well, it's a little bit different style of camera, and I can't say because I haven't used it. I'd probably go with the Ultra, but I don't know what the comparison is between the Dome. I kind of like the look of this better than this. That's just my opinion, though. Yes, hit the thumbs up button. That'd be great. He was legendary. Oh, I see. And this is what I don't know about sports. And so Jay ended up going to the game. I tweeted at Kelly, and started following him, and he followed me back on Twitter. Now I was gonna message him to see if my brother could meet up with him at the Chicago game. Luckily, I didn't end up going because the game started at 7:30 at night, and this was at the Ubiquiti World Conference. That was the day of. I'm sitting around the table with Miller Technical Solutions, Jack, Stewart Network Services. Who else was at the table? There was a couple other people at the table. Jesse, and then I had a piece of pizza. I just had one bite. I'm like, uh-oh. I started feeling sick, so I had to go back up to my hotel room and sleep the rest of the night, which sucked. Yeah. Can you confirm or deny that one NAT was in the Unifi network app? Well, I can't confirm or deny that because I didn't see that there, but it is something that's on the roadmap and it's coming. Would you buy a Unifi NAS? If a Unifi NAS was a thing, I would buy it. I would buy anything that Ubiquiti comes out with. Ultra is cheaper and looks the same. I'd go with the Ultra, but you do not get audio on the Ultra. The audio thing to me isn't huge. Because a lot of the times, like we would here in Ontario, we have to put up a sign saying you're being recorded, blah, blah, blah. And I rarely listen to the audio anyway. But if that's a huge feature set to you for the audio, that's something that you're going to have to, figure out and buy a different one. Actually, let me put your comparison video up on screen here. Where the heck are you, DPC? Videos. I think you're the only person who's done a video on it so far. So this is the, that's DPC Technologies. It's the turret and the dome video. Any news on new Cloud Key? I don't think they'll ever do a new Cloud Key, really. Maybe, I don't know what a refresh would look like. I know the Cloud Key Gen 2s did it. Was it a hardware or a battery issue or something like that they used to have? Yeah, that hasn't come to Canada yet, has it? The 24 Max. Coming soon. We just bought 6 or 7 of these for our one client. It's going to be cool. It's going to look like a disco in their room, which is going to be neat. Why is the preview showing offline? Oh, there we go. Let me pause up. Dome Ultra doesn't have a mic. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Yep. Wait, to put some signs about audio cameras. I better look into that. I'm pretty sure we need to. Maybe we don't. I don't know. There's different rules everywhere. It was a battery issue with it. Okay. So for me, like when we're deploying customers, I deploy a lot of Dream Machines. That's primarily what we're deploying. We're not deploying, I'm not doing a lot of pfSense work anymore these days, or we're not deploying like a UXG and then using some type of hosted controller. Mind you, I do have some clients that we use that for, but it's very few and far between. A lot of them like the ease of use where we have everything built into one controller. If they have multiple offices, we could tie them together with Site Magic and it just works. Like, it is simple. I probably should. I thought recording audio was against privacy laws in Canada, so you'd have to disable the microphone anyway. I think it depends where you are, but like our client wanted to record audio, but we couldn't for their business anyway. I think residential might be a little bit different, but I don't know. I'll have to look into the laws. Most customers we disable it for. I really wish, or I hope, they come out with a doorbell with AI functionality. Because almost every doorbell out there has audio on it. So I think you must be able to use it as residential. But look into your laws. You don't want to get in trouble. Not that anybody's going to know, but you still want to follow the laws that, privacy stuff within wherever you live. And each state in the United States is completely different too. So make sure you look in what city you're at. Let me see one thing here. Oh, perfect. We've got 429 subs. Again, I'm going to call it a day. I am going to go off to play some video games. This is our Tech and Tales. Tech and Tales is our, what is that? That's our vlog channel. We just do whatever. It's just behind the scenes type thing. If you want to keep talking, I'm going to be on Twitch for a little bit. This is my Twitch. I probably should have started this live stream at 11, but this is where I'm going now. I'm live right now on Twitch. I'm just going to play, I don't even know what the game's called. I forget. It's called something like Little Nightmares. We will do another live stream. I might do a live stream during the week. We'll see. There should be a video coming out about Ekahau this week, and there's going to be some sort of Ubiquiti video. I need to get this Grand Stream video out as well. I just need to find some time to do it. But everybody on the YouTube, have a good day. I'm still live on Twitch, but we're going to end it over on YouTube. Take care, and we'll talk. Oh, it's not this one. We'll talk sometime next week. Thank you for joining and coming by. Thank you, anybody, for the super stickers. Take care.